Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Podcast and video, where we talk about digital marketing tactics and strategies to help grow your business. Today, we're going to talk about the Fantastic Four, how to assemble a superhero digital marketing team. So imagine your company is experiencing a downturn when it comes to your business growth, or maybe your business has experienced prolonged stagnant growth, flatline sales, flatline service opportunities. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm the CEO, I'm the business development director, I'm the person who's in charge in righting the ship and digging us out of this hole. We're literally in the bottom of a cavern. There's no way for us to get out. We literally need to be rescued, and I need to assemble a team, a powerful team, a Fantastic Four to help save us from this horrible predicament that we find ourselves in. So, it's probably a common place that businesses find themselves in, where they need to assemble a superhero digital marketing team. So obviously, I think right off the bat, you want to make sure that, number one, you have a web developer. You need someone who can build and create digital architecture in a way that can create a stable hub for everything you need to house. Because we've talked about this before, that you need to be able to create content and publish content through three different formats. You need to have audio, you need to have video, and you need to have written word. And having a hub where all of that resides is a powerful position to start off from, to have a strong foundation for your brand. So starting off with that, I think is really important. I mean, unless you have a 24/7 brick and mortar building operation, if you don't have that, like, you absolutely must have a website. I think that goes without saying. So a web developer would be a critical, almost like I think of Magneto, right? In the comic world, where he has the ability to like pull in all of these whether it's all these metal things, and like he can like just assemble any shape or any construct to be able to use. Now, again, argument being said, is he a superhero or is he a villain? Nevertheless, you need a web developer, someone who can construct and build a digital art for, build a digital platform where people can come and experience and interact with your brand online, because that's what we do day in and day out. Number two is, obviously, you need a marketer. You need someone who is an attention oracle. You need someone who can observe behaviors and interpret information, and then create that cause and effect reality. Reminds me of Doctor Strange and his ability to just really transform and kind of go through. Remember in this scene, I don't know, hopefully you've seen the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. You remember the scene at the end where he goes through like a million different scenarios in order to figure out how are they going to win the game, right? How are they going to defeat Thanos? And he goes through like 1.7 billion different scenarios. I mean, that's what a marketer does. A marketer goes through all the different possibilities in order to reach an outcome. So if you need a web marketer first, you definitely, or if you need a web developer first, the second part of your Fantastic Four would be a marketer, someone who really, has the ability to understand the target audience, understand what their actions are, and then how to influence. It has methods and has abilities to think about and create these engagement opportunities that will allow them or invite them to take action upon those things. Number 3 would be have a fantastic storyteller. I think storytellers are probably one of the most underrated, powers when we talk about superheroes. I mean, to have the ability to craft mesmerizing narratives that just really engage that audience, from the get-go is just an incredible power. I mean, to have an engagement specialist on your team, I think about Thanos when he has that, that glove with the stones, and he's got that reality stone, and he creates like this whole sort of storyline, this whole environment where, people think things are, or aren't what they see in front of them. And while that's kind of on the dark side, I think it's true. Like that, to be able to create and tell a story that engages on a human level, brands struggle so much, I think, with being human and deploying empathy, that having a really good storyteller as part of your Fantastic Four superhero digital marketing team is absolutely essential. Number 4 would be having a designer. We are a society that is absolutely enamored by visuals. I mean, we talk about things like eye candy and, special effects, and, we'll talk about, man, we went to a movie, the movie sucked, but the visuals were great, and so being able to create visuals that are attention grabbing and that, capture emotions and capture feelings and illustrate without words and communicate without words using visuals is so important. It reminds me of Ryan Reynolds in the movie The Green Lantern, and how they would I remember when he was like in that school kind of thing where he was like, trying to like create all these constructs of like, a car sliding down a ramp, or, a giant hammer, and he would, sort of create and design, these inanimate objects that would be used to, fight against, the enemy. And I think designers are definitely, like, they are the absolute bedrock. I mean, the designer, they are the ones that the storytellers and the marketers and the web designers go to build upon, the elements that they're going to use in a digital marketing campaign. So having a designer, as part of your Fantastic Four is really, rock solid. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about. You have a web designer, a marketer, a storyteller, and a designer. That's it. You got the Fantastic Four. You're ready to go. You can build a superhero team to execute your digital marketing plan. Now, you have that, but you need someone like Nick Fury that's going to put the plan together. And I think being able to put the plan together is really an important strategic, methodical, process to be able to see the big picture. And I think that role that Nick Fury plays is again sometimes underutilized. I like what Steve Jobs said. He said, start with the customer experience and then work backwards to get to the technology. And I think that's true with digital marketing as well. So many times we get caught up in the technology and the platforms, and we totally miss starting from the customer experience and then working our way backwards into the technology. And I think that's the key for any strategy for building and assembling your superhero digital marketing team. Guys, thanks for joining in today. My name is Michael Wynn. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Tune in tomorrow.